EntrepreNINES, who took the big leap into the world of entrepreneurship at a similar time, and this podcast is a space where we're inviting you to laugh and learn with us as we work to build businesses with soul. This is episode 55, right?
Yes.
I just was looking at it.
Yeah, 55.
My brain cannot store numbers, John. It's like...
It's okay. We are
that part is shut down.
Inconsistent at our shooting schedule, and so I feel like that throws us off too.
But I was just looking at the spreadsheet with my eyeballs.
That's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's okay. That's all right. So we are gonna do something that we love.
Yes.
We know there are a couple people who also like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
the rest of you start revolting, it will continue to happen.
Yeah, which is stuff we love.
Mm-hmm. And the struggle's real.
Yeah. So it's been a while.
It has been.
It's been a while since we've done one of these.
Yeah.
So we may be catching you up on some life events because it's been a while.
Do you know, dawns on me, this is a good practice for us Enneagram 9s.
Oh, yeah?
To think about the things we like and desire.
And the things that also are hard for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we can just vanish, you know?
That's true.
So you should do this too.
And we cannot speak them out loud, I'm sure. We can internalize them a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just like never say anything about it ever.
Yes. Yeah. So way to take up space.
So also that.
Yeah. High fives.
Okay, cool.
We didn't actually have 5, but that's fine.
That's okay.
That felt like it was going to be...
It's a little hard from here. It'd have to be like down here, a low 5. And then if you're not watching on YouTube, now's the time to try it out. So
I'm worried about this table and
It'll
any
be
sort of
okay.
fiving. Anyway,
it'll be okay.
I have my list here.
Yes, you start. Go ahead. I lost mine just for a second.
Okay, we're starting with struggles because we always like to end on a high note.
Yeah.
My first struggle is what I'm calling the grind these days. Mm-hmm. People say, oh, how are you? How's your family? How are you doing? You know what? It's a grind is how I keep answering. It's just a grind.
It's a grind, yeah.
Yeah. Because we're like, you know, our kids are 8 and 4 and it's older. So a lot of things are easier, but they're not old enough to where it's like
just do everything on your own.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like I hear rumors of one day kids make their own breakfast when they get up in the morning and like, you know, they shower themselves without you having to be like, please, for the love of all things holy, take a shower, you know? So the struggle is just the grind. Like, it's good. There's nothing like, there's nothing like insurmountable, right?
Sure.
It's just every day. Like,
there's not a crisis. It's like just.
It's just the continual, hey, wash your hands. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Wash your hands. Do you want the stomach bug? I hear the stomach bug's going around. You should wash your hands. We're about to eat. You should wash your hands. You just went pee. Go ahead and go back and wash your hands.
Yeah.
We heard you poop. That water was not long enough. Go back up and wash your hands longer. You know, like, and so it's things like that. And like my 4-year-old, like, just changing clothes is really hard for him right now.
Yeah.
And so it's like, put your pajamas on, get dressed. Put your pajamas on, get dressed. And he's, I don't wanna.
Yeah.
He's lost jammy days for the rest of 2024.
Okay.
Because of a rebellious fit before school last week.
Okay. So no more jammies to school.
No jammies.
Yeah.
No jammies. I don't even on Christmas Day. At this point, my brain on Christmas Day, I'm like, sorry, Isaac, you have to get dressed.
Oh my gosh, that's so rough. Dang.
It's just the grind.
I will say like the shower thing, like that one, a 10-year-old.
There you go.
Like,
You've
10,
arrived.
He's, like 5th grade. He's like, I think I'd like to take a shower every morning. Great. And
he's still doing it.
He does.
Yeah.
It's great. So, you know, it's just, they got to get to that point of like, confidence maybe in themselves that they can pull it off. Also, peer pressure.
Right? Like I think they notice they're stinky eventually.
Yeah. And they notice like other kids or they hear other kids' routines. You know, and I think that impacts it too.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Literally last night at a Christmas party, a dad of like teenage boys was like, something just happens, the switch flips, and they go from never wanting to shower to like never getting out of the shower.
Yep.
So just hang on.
Yeah. Which like for our girls, it's the opposite. I mean, we still have to tell them to get in, right?
Yeah.
But then they will stay in the shower forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they find their place of peace.
Yes. Yep. Even at 7 and 3. So.
Oh gosh.
Yep. Yeah.
The grind struggle is real.
Yeah. I understand that. I think our grind has been illness related.
Yes, it has been.
And so all of my struggle, like everything that I wrote down,
You're like, take your antibiotic, take your antibiotic, take your antibiotic.
Right. With doctor's appointments, basically. Like, yeah, we have been to the doctor a lot. Yeah, we have a case of bronchitis that's just kind of wrapping up. We have a case of walking pneumonia that's kind of wrapping up. I had to have my toe sliced open, which was awesome. Podiatry. If you're a podiatrist, I don't know, I guess
blessings.
Salute you, applaud you. I have no idea. Also, if you're like a psycho, I don't know, but like it is not a field I would get into ever. But thank you for existing because my toe is much better. Our dog, we talked about this.
They got a dog.
You reminded me that our dog is very much so. Like we went from GI issues. I'll like, be more, I guess, nice about the language that I use. We had GI issues with our youngest daughter, and then we got a dog, and now we have dog GI issues. Yeah. So
just one to the other.
It's fantastic. So that's kind of been our fall, like late fall.
Yeah. What doctor appointment do you want to go to this week, John?
None. Yeah, none would be great, actually. But we were talking about it last night. It's like, okay, we need to take Evelyn?
She's coughing now.
It's like hers is so sporadic, and like with her and Amelia, they both clearly have like asthma issues. Yeah. Right. So it's so hard to tell like when it's just like tightness and like they need like an inhaler, or like for Amelia like a nebulizer treatment. Like it's just hard to tell like when we've hit that line. Yeah. That is like, no, this is something more. We need to go get it checked out.
It is hard with
little
asthma babies.
Yeah, we've been going back and forth on them for a while, but because there's no other symptoms, so it's just kind of like,
I know, and you're like, you've been to the doctor so many. Maybe if you hadn't been to the doctor like 85 times already this fall, you might be more quick to want to go.
Right.
But I can respect not.
Yeah, but we're kind of holding out hope that we can just like cruise through holiday break at this point, I think so. Yeah. Yep. That's like there you go. That's my whole struggle.
That's your whole struggle.
That's my whole one. So
another one of mine is old technology.
I feel like we've lived this with you a little bit because we are like, Lauren and I's phones are really starting to struggle.
Yeah, mine is too.
Yeah, and so we've been talking about,
I don't have space or money for you to struggle from. Right. Get it together.
So we've been talking about that, and then we're like, I think we said to you like, you don't know about those tariffs, so you better go buy some electronics now.
There's like been been an article about how like all the technology is slated to be extra taxed,
more expensive. Yeah.
So it's like, get it in while it's hot.
Yeah.
But the problem is, I didn't save money for that.
Right.
For most of 2024.
Right. Yeah. No.
So I did buy a new laptop because there was like a really good Black Friday deal. Yeah.
I did not know that.
I did, John.
Oh, wow.
We bought a new laptop. Amazon had like the newest MacBook Air.
Okay.
For like $800 and something or something. So it feels like, okay, that's actually a really good deal. Yeah. You know, because normally I think it's like a $1,400 laptop.
Yeah.
And so we were like, okay, let's just do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably not ever going to be this cheap again.
Right.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
With the times. And like, I'm just getting to the point where I need one. And I was kind of downplaying it. So this is, speaking of being a 9, downplaying our issues. Yep. My desktop computer that I got when I was like a freelance graphic designer was top of the line in 2013. So that was 11 years ago. So it stopped updating because turns out, and I like looked into it because we had bought like extra memory because it was one of the ones that you can add extra memory to. So we bought extra memory back in 2021. And then all of a sudden it stopped sending software updates. Yeah. And so I reached out to Apple and was like, hey, like, this is fine. I have room for it.
Right.
You know, can you patch me an update? And they're like, oh, no, it has to do with the Intel chip.
Yep.
Now, like all of our new software, you need like the M whatever chips. And so this will just completely fry your computer.
Yep.
So there's no workaround.
Yep.
And so it's been getting worse and worse. And like my Google Chrome and my Spotify have been like, hey, if you want to keep using this on this computer, you should update. Yep. And I'm like, I can't.
Right. Yeah.
And then my laptop is like a similar age. I think it's 2014 or 15.
Yeah.
So it stopped updating and it's really slow. And the other day, my big computer was like freezing and shutting down. And Mark's like, well, let me see the report. And he was trying to get it to text it to himself. And so he opened like iMessage on my computer. And I was like, oh, why'd you do that? And he's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, I haven't been able to open iMessage on either one of my computers.
In like eons.
Yes. Like it slows him, it jams him up. And he's like, are you for real? Like you can't even open iMessage? And I'm like, yeah, for like months.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe years.
That's hilarious.
And he's like, you didn't tell me it was this bad. And I was like, I'm just making it work, man.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, right. I have a phone that has iMessage on it.
Yeah, I just text from my phone. It's fine.
Yeah.
And if I need to get one thing to another, just don't do it. Anyway. Yeah. So it is kind of funny because we ordered the laptop and then I had guilt because I didn't really have like money to cover it from my business. And then I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. And then like the next 2 days, from then I got on my computer, my big computer.
Yeah.
And it like did this whole crazy thing where it shut down and had a white screen and then was like flashing this gray file folder with a question mark on it.
Oh my gosh.
Like I've never even seen a computer do that. And I was like, I think
it's like
everything
confused. It doesn't know what to do
anymore.
It's
like nothing's here. This is an empty computer.
Yeah.
But I shut it down and everything came back, but I haven't turned it on again in a while because I'm afraid that it's just going to like, everything's going to be gone.
Yeah.
So I needed it.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Yeah. We have an old, like my old iMac from like, it was still while I was working at the TV station. So it was like probably like 2012, maybe something like that.
Yeah. And I think you got it not long after I did.
Yeah. So similar age. And like, it's like our family computer, which is kind of the hard part about it. Cause like, it's a thing that we'll like have our kids jump on if we need them to.
Yeah.
And man, it's a struggle bus. They're like, why am I sitting here for 20 minutes waiting for Google Chrome to pop up? And I was like,
this is how we built character in the early aughts, kids.
Yep. This is what dial-up used to be like. So welcome. But no, it's an issue. But yeah, I've been thinking like I might need to upgrade my work computer. So it might my laptop might go to the family and we might just get rid of that. And we'll see. But it's the same thing. It won't update. Yeah. Yep. I feel that.
Technology, man.
I feel that.
Yeah. Planned what do they call it? Planned obsolete. What's the word? The noun for obsolete. You know what I mean?
The noun for obsolete.
Is there one? There's a phrase. You can Google it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Planned phasing out.
Oh, okay.
Like technology companies do this to us.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
They planned phase out.
Yes, they do.
To make us buy more crap.
That is correct.
Yes.
Yep, they do that.
John, what other struggles you got, my friend?
I think I was all illness related, doctor related.
Yeah. That'll do it.
That'll do it. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more struggle.
Yeah.
That will tie into your first love.
Okay.
My last struggle is the Christmas season gift giving this year.
Yeah.
The last several years, there's been like a thing that our kids were super excited about.
Yeah.
You know, like a thing. Or like Isaac was so young, it doesn't matter. You know?
Yeah.
If you have, a 0, 1, or 2-year-old, like just live that up because those are the good years for gift giving. And so, but this year there hasn't been like the thing, that they're like obsessing with. Yeah. Also, our house just feels like full of crap.
Feel that.
I don't want them to have more crap in my hat. It's like, I want them to be happy, but I'm also like, look at all this crap you never play with.
Yeah.
So it's been a hard thing to give them gifts or to figure out what gifts to give. And like for Mark and I to get on the same page. So I thought we had it. And I was like, well, what if we got the boys like their own like little overnight bag luggage thing? Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. So I start doing some research and I'm looking at little, like hard case rollers that are cute or whatever. Yeah. And he goes, it was really hard when we were in Italy? And I was like, what's that? And he goes, those hard case rolling suitcases was just really hard in Italy. And I was like, okay, but we're not going to, John's going to Italy.
We are. Yeah.
We're not.
Yeah.
Not with our children anytime soon. So I was like, okay, so you, something that they can also carry then?
Right.
He's like, yeah. was looking at these hiking backpacks.
Oh my gosh.
My children are 8 and 4.
Yeah.
And he's looking at these little miniature hiking backpacks. I'm like, they don't even want to carry their backpacks to school. Isaac literally has a backpack that's like one of those little bitty Target ones right now. And putting that on his back, he's like, oh, it's so heavy.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way. Like, you're living in a dream world. So
here's how you convince Mark otherwise.
Oh, I already bought something else, but go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say,
Mark, listen to this.
This is how you go walk into Nordstrom Rack, and you walk into the suitcase section, and you just set them free, because they will go get something and they will start rolling it around. That is literally what happened when we went to get shoes for the kids.
They were there doing that, yeah, because it's right next to the shoes.
We walked over, right? And because we were curious too, like we are going to Italy with the kids.
Yeah.
And so like we need suitcases for them. Like we have 2 carry-ons, one for each of us. But like other than that, we have this huge suitcase that we got like a long time ago. And we're not doing that.
Yeah.
And so my kind of argument has been like, let's get a smaller carry-on for each of them that can pretty much be their suitcase.
Yeah. Right? And they can roll it.
I mean, Amelia went and found this one that it was a tiny carry-on.
Adorable little thing.
But it was so cute. And she's like, she did not want to leave without it. She was toting that thing around the store, did not want to leave. And I was like, look, I know you want this. But
we came here for shoes.
Also, we're going to get something like this, right? Yeah. We are. I promise. Like we will get something like this. But like we just can't do it today.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But walk in there and let them go, because like they will find their thing. Like
we did which this comes out before Christmas, so I will not listen to this in front of my children. But we got them like rolling backpacks essentially. There was some like really highly rated ones that kept coming up in like Parents Magazine and Travel and Leisure and like all these places when I was doing research. And they had like super high ratings on Amazon. So
that's good.
Rolling backpacks. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
it's like they can pick it up.
Check that out too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll send you a link.
Yeah.
I'll post the link.
Nice. There you go. So you can also check it out.
Yeah, because there's lots of patterns and everything. And there are different sizes of like this one brand too.
Yeah.
So the one we have now is like way too big for who Isaac is now. But he could roll it now.
Yeah. And it'll be good when he gets older too.
Yes, exactly.
That's
so
good.
I feel good about it. Mark is still like on the fence about it. We were like opening it up the other night and he's like, Mommy, and I guess, all right, just whatever.
I will say, as a kid who grew up with hiking packs, like hiking packs I didn't appreciate a hiking pack for anything other than like a backpacking trip until I was in college.
Yeah.
Like then it becomes like one of those things that's like, oh, I can actually function with this.
Yeah.
Like before that, it's just a nuisance.
So like a high school graduation gift.
Exactly.
Great plan.
Yeah. And go backpack in Europe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd love to support that for my children.
So let's jump to stuff we love, because mine piggybacks off of yours, which is that we have actually, I think I would say, I'm speaking for both Lauren and I think we've really enjoyed like buying things, but also we've been more prepared, which feels good, right? Like we just this weekend, like we went ahead and like stuffed everybody's stockings, because we were like trying to make sure like we had
good work,
like everything that we needed.
And
we stuffed them, and like now they're stowed and they're just ready to go.
And
like so that feels really good. And I think like I'm excited. There's not like one thing the kids like specifically wanted, and so we kind of went with like, well, what do they need? And so like we went more needs based, but also it's fun, like it's still fun things, like it hits kind of their personalities.
Like, here's your underwear,
right? It's not but it is things that they like will use consistently, right? Like these are things that we are watching them use consistently. So it's like, okay, let's go that direction. I won't say it on here, but I'm also kind of excited for like what I got Lauren, because I think it's cool.
Oh yeah, she actually listened, so
so I'm kind of jazzed about that.
Nice.
And then I bought myself a solo stove.
Yes,
that I'm also counting towards my Christmas.
I support it.
So I'm good with that. And then it's like, oh, and like we decided to go to Italy. So like that's also kind of getting wrapped up into a lot of things too. So so it's just been kind of a fun season for us, I think, this time around. Some years it's more of a struggle. So this has felt nice that it hasn't been that.
I can say like the last couple of years really didn't feel like a struggle. Like I even had ideas for Mark, who is an impossible human to buy gifts for, by the way.
Yeah.
And so, like the last couple of years of actually having something in my mind to get him. And now this year I'm back to like, I don't know what to get you. I don't know what to get your kids. I don't know what to get my parents. I don't know. Even like the sibling that I drew, which I don't think any of you listen either.
That's
but
funny.
Like her list sucks.
Thanks a
it's
whole
like,
lot.
come on, sis, get some better wishes on your wish list. So I still haven't even done that. Anyway, yeah. So there is some years that it's great, and I'm excited. And this year,
not it.
But let's shift to something I love. Okay.
Yeah.
One of mine is kombucha, the fermented tea beverage. Yeah. There's lots of them out there. And lots of them have ginger, which my stomach doesn't always agree with, so I have to watch it.
Okay.
But there are lots that have been really good. My one gripe is Costco is never consistent with what they have, so I'll get like really excited about one and enjoy one, and then the next time I go, it's gone completely. And I can't find it anywhere else.
Yeah.
Or like where I can find it, it's like, oh, this one little bottle is $5 or something insane, you know? And I can't justify it, but I have needed to drink it because, I have issues with dairy.
Yes.
And so my nutritionist is like, let's get your gut biome in order. So she's like, anything probiotic.
Yeah.
And I've been surprised about how much I enjoy it.
Nice. That's great. I'm going to add one to my list real quick, if you don't mind. I'm going to jump in on the Costco stuff that disappears but comes back, because it came back yesterday when I was there. Cookie bark.
That stuff is good.
Tate's cookie bark. It's like,
it's really
I'm
good.
sorry. I'm going to ask you a question about kombucha now. Because I'm not going to be so self-centered that I jump in with a cookie bark.
You can be excited about cookie bark. I'm excited about it.
So my question was, is there one specific kind that you like? Because I've tried quite a bit, and I've never found one that I'm like, this is delicious.
I mean, do I want to tell you? Because I can't find it anymore.
Well, I mean, it's more out of curiosity.
There was one at Costco called Cove.
Okay.
And it was really good. And it was more of like a kombucha seltzer type thing. Okay. So it was really fizzy.
Okay.
And they were in little cans. And there was this one that was like a watermelon guava, I think. Okay. And it tasted like a Jolly Rancher. It was it was like the watermelon Jolly Rancher. It was like drinking a watermelon Jolly Rancher. And I found that to be like delightful.
Please don't take offense to this. That sounds like something you'd really enjoy, Bonni.
It does. It was great. It was really great. I really enjoyed it. I think I linked that. I think I enjoyed it so much I linked it in a newsletter.
Okay,
but then
maybe I remember that. Yeah,
they disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I did buy a big one from Wegmans last time because I was like, Costco could not keep breaking my heart like this.
Yeah.
Like I can't continue to get vested.
They do bring it around, I think. I think they are kind of like somewhat seasonally
seasonal.
Yeah. I do think they bring things back around.
Yeah. So I did it's like a lemon berry.
Okay.
Of like the classic one, the Synergy or whatever. And it's pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
All right.
It's very sour though. So if you don't like sour drinks, that's probably why I really enjoy it, because I don't mind sour drink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I did create the child who can eat a whole lemon. So that comes from me.
That'll do it. That'll do. We have one child who can eat lemon. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. Well, outside of my cookie bark's
great.
Like epiphany that I just had, that I was like, oh yeah, that
that stuff's so good.
I guess I'll shift to TV real quick, because we sometimes do that. Mm-hmm. Shrinking. We're really
excited for it.
Shrinking. It's a fantastic season. We feel like it's probably better than the first.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those shows. I don't know. I feel like if you are attempting to be a healthy person, which probably means you're in counseling, like it just hits so many different things that you're kind of like, yes, this is this is exactly the process, or like this is exactly like the feeling of like learning more about yourself maybe, and like growing from that.
Yeah.
Also, I won't give anything away, because you're not watching right now. I feel like the character development of some of what I would have considered the minor characters in the first season has been really fantastic in the second season. And they're like no longer minor characters, which is great.
Yeah, because the minor characters were still really great in the first season.
Yeah, but it's even like more depth there, which I feel like is really good. So, yeah.
Awesome. I can't wait. We're waiting for it to like bundle up. Yeah. Because we want Severance too.
Yeah.
So we're going to wait for both of those, which looks very intense from the
It does look intense.
What do you call that? Trailer. Yeah.
I'm excited about that too.
It does.
Yeah.
But also what I've been watching while I've been doing which is one of my loves. I'll go ahead and lead into it. While I've been setting up my emails, I've been rewatching Parks and Recreation.
Nice.
Which has, what's his name in real life? His name on Parks and Recreation is Ben Wyatt, but Adam Scott.
Yeah.
So to like, to him go from like Ben Wyatt in Parks and Recreation that I'm watching to like this very intense character in Severance.
Super intense,
It's kind of funny.
That's funny.
It's kind of funny because I just want him to be like dopey Ben Wyatt, but then he is really good.
Yeah.
In Severance so far.
Very good.
But yeah, one of my loves is my email program right now.
Yeah.
Is MailerLite, and it's LITE. Mm-hmm. Not like a light bulb.
Right.
And it's been great because I am setting up a beastly amount of automations right now. And so, but they've made it very easy and like I was using MailChimp before and they made it so much harder and so much more complicated. Like I could barely manage the like couple of freebies that I had with automations and I was paying money on top of it. Yep. And with MailerLite, you can do the automations on their free plan.
Yeah.
And I was for a while going and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get all 52 weeks and an automation because I got so many and I was like, it's going to cut me off eventually. It's going to be like, sorry, you have to be paid to do this. Yeah. But it got like, you can only have 100 steps.
Okay. Yeah.
So, and a step is like, includes how they get into the automation and then like the 7-day pause between each one. So I got 49 weeks in. And it was like, sorry, you've run out of steps. Oh, and I was like, oh, here it is. But then the workaround for it ended up being really easy.
Okay.
So so it's totally fine.
Nice.
And it's been great and it's very easy to use. And they have like saved segments so I can just like pull it and not have to like retype or copy things every time. Yeah. Yeah. So highly recommend. I'll link it. I don't have a discount code because the version I'm using is free.
Email programs are something that I have tried and I really dislike. So
most of them suck.
Yeah. So good for you for
MailerLite.
That's great.
It's been fine. It's been good.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
My new logo looks really stupid in dark mode. My husband showed me the other day, but I'll fix it.
I don't know if I've seen your new logo yet, Bonnie.
Don't look at it in dark mode.
Okay. That's fair.
It looks better in light mode.
During the day. While Google Chrome is in light mode.
In light mode. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's been a really good one.
Nice.
So I've enjoyed that.
Cool.
I think that's all, right?
Is that all yours? I got one more.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Do it.
So my last one is
I have one more too.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
I was doing a project for a friend of mine up in Pennsylvania. He runs a nonprofit and he's like, hey, can we kind of try to get all the shooting done in one day, and then we'll just kind of like go on our little retreat for the next day. And so we met at this summer camp that we worked at. So we went back to the camp because they offer
nostalgia.
Yeah, they offer like free cabins to nonprofit leaders, like to come and have retreats. Yeah. And so we got to stay there for free. And there's a mountain right there, and so I hiked the mountain the next day, and it was just it was great. It was a good time to catch up, but it was also a good time to just like brain dump and like just go sit on top of a mountain and pray and write and hang out, and and so it was really good. It was cold. It was very cold. It was very, very cold. Like I was fully bundled when I started up the mountain, and I was down to my like long sleeve t-shirt by the time I got to the top, but then I had to put everything back on because it was so cold at the top. Yeah. So it was very cold, but it was fun. It was a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, I mean, I think that place, definitely there's some nostalgia there. It doesn't hold as much meaning probably for Lauren and I. We were only there for 2 years, 2 summers. It doesn't hold as much meaning for us as it does for some other people. And like he goes back there all the time with different kind of events and stuff. But nature, hiking, mountains, all that.
Like no one being like, wipe my butt. Come wipe my butt. Yeah. Like just that alone.
That's so worth it.
Chef's kiss.
So worth it. So it was good.
That's good.
It was good. Yeah.
I'm really glad you got to do that.
Yeah.
This is a sidebar.
Yeah.
Mark is supposed to have a day of solitude with his work. He works for International Justice Mission, and like they do spiritual formation practices, and one of them is supposed to be a day of solitude every year.
Yep.
I get sick every time he tells me he's going to take a day of solitude. Like, not just like, oh, I feel a little bad. Right. Like, I'm throwing up uncontrollably or like deliriously feverish.
Yeah,
yes. And so every time he tries to take a day of solitude, I'm like, I'm so sorry, you can't go. There have been times he's like literally had to turn around.
Oh, wow.
Because I thought I was dying of appendicitis.
Yeah.
That was COVID.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how that works, but anyway.
Yeah.
It went from,
equals the other.
I don't know. I thought it was appendicitis. He came back home.
Yeah.
Then it was COVID. Anyway.
Yeah.
So this year he's like, I'm just not going to tell you when I'm going to go.
Just sneak up
but
on you.
But he still hasn't gone yet. And it's what, December 16th?
Dude, you got like 2 weeks.
I know. So he's really got to go, but he can't tell me. I can't know.
Oh my gosh.
Because I ruin it. Hilarious. It's like a superstition in our household now.
I did go on one of them with him.
You did.
We did go together.
I didn't ruin that one.
You didn't.
That was before I started running them. Honestly, that might have been the last one I did.
That's so funny.
Run that he told me about. Man. Yeah. Okay. So my final thing that I'm loving is our Christmas lights, Christmas decorations this year.
Yeah.
So we've gone on a struggle to paint our living room, which isn't done. But
the one wall looks great.
The one wall where Christmas decorations go is done.
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks great. It looks so great. And then we got outside lights this year, which we've like ever since we've moved into our house, I've really wanted. And I learned that the biggest source of resistance was actually that Mark didn't want to get on the roof.
Okay.
Yeah, but he did it for me this year.
Asked for help.
Right?
I don't mind getting.
I said I would go up there. And he's like, you don't have life insurance. If you die, I'm screwed. But if I die, you'll be set up. Yes, macabre.
Yeah. That's one way to look at it, I guess.
That's how he's looking at it. But yeah, we like went and got, and like it's more popular this year, the red, white, and green.
Right.
For a while, it was really hard to find, but this year it was easier to find, and it was out there, and I really like the way it looks.
Yeah.
It makes my heart happy.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I'm not done. Because I had to get more.
Yeah. You just have the one.
I have the one. It's just the one section on the front that I had to finish.
Yeah.
But, we're like a pure warm white kind of family.
Lauren and I have talked about this.
Yep.
When we perused Home Goods, we were talking about our Christmas styles.
Yeah. And so they're not hard to find, right? They're not hard to find.
Right.
But I've always wanted the bigger bulbs because we did it one year with like the little mini lights, and I was like, all right, that's fine. This is fine. But I wanted the bigger bulbs. And so it's not like the big ones. It's like the middle size ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I really like the way it looks. It is a lot of work because they're like 4 inches apart. Which when you think about how much like space you have on a roof.
You like need a clip for every single one if you want them to stand up.
Yeah. And so, and then I had to go get more lights, and then it's been raining, so I can't get on my roof right now.
Yeah.
And so
Please don't.
I decided that's not a good idea.
No.
So I still have to get the last little like done. Yeah. But I like the way it looks even still. And that's always been one of my things is like, I really like the outdoor lights. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm glad to have it. And with all the rain we've been having and drizzly, like it has been just like foggy and misty, rainy, kind of gross since December hit. And so the lights coming through was like helpful.
Nice. Yeah.
Man, I am continually more impacted by the winter lack of light than I would like to admit. To the point that I put on my Christmas list some like grow lights that have full spectrum light for my office because I heard they can work as a happy light.
Okay.
So I'll let you guys know how it goes. They're under my tree right now, and I have been tempted to unwrap them. Thanks, Mom. I might unwrap them before Christmas and use them today.
She's got some grow lights in there.
Because today is depressingly gross outside.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. It started last night. It was like, oh, this is not going to be good.
It's gross. And like all week. So I'm like, maybe I should not wait on this for mental health reasons.
Yeah. I'm just going to go and set up the grow lights.
Yeah. Me and my snake plant need it.
That's funny.
Anyway, so that's all I have.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Stuff we love.
Well, we will put some links.
All the links. Yeah. This is our most link-filled episode.
I was going to say, this is the most work for you, I feel like, as far as links go.
Yeah, that's really fine. But I always listen to them again. So, like, the way our workflow goes is it's like, you know, we do the recording and then John does the editing.
Yep.
And then I listen again to make sure we didn't promise links somewhere that I forgot about because I can't take notes here.
Right.
While we're doing. I mean, I guess I could, but then you guys would be like, she's writing notes.
Right.
Anyway, and usually we don't offer a lot of links.
Sure.
But for this one we do.
For this one,
And we make no money for it. So click away if you're worried about us making money.
We don't make money on this really ever. If you were wondering.
It's for fun.
This is for fun.
It's for fun.
It's always been for fun.
It's for fun. Maybe one day, but for now, no.
Yeah. We have ideas. We've always had ideas.
We always have ideas. You just have to do the ideas.
The ideas. We need a 3 or an 8 to be our CEO of our non-existent company that is EntrepreNINES.
Period. It's just someone to boss me around a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bullying.
But you know what would help is if you gave us a rating and review.
That would help a lot. Thank you.
Let other people know about us.
There's a little share on the interwebs wherever you share stuff.
Yeah.
Also, we have a Facebook group now.
Yeah.
And I often participate. John is in there sometimes.
I do. Yeah. I'm trying to be better about, okay, can I tell you my one gripe with it really quickly?
Oh, yeah.
Is whenever I see
on the fly.
The post, right, is made, like the automatic post is made, I like go to click that notification and it turns me into EntrepreNINES.
It does.
And it makes me really mad.
It does turn
you into EntrepreNINES. Because then I have to go actually search for the group.
Yeah.
And it's like,
you can pin it to your favorites.
Okay.
Pin it to your favorites, y'all.
Okay. There you go.
And that you don't have the problem being turned into EntrepreNINES because you're not
an admin.
Right.
So there's that.
Yeah. But the automatic post is basically like just a check-in for like, hey, what goals are you setting for the week? So we don't do a lot of automatic posts, but it literally is just like, hey, what goals do you want to set? Because if you're like us, if you're like me, I won't wrap you in yet. You can wrap yourself in.
No, it's been helpful. Like when I see it, it makes me think about it.
Yeah.
So I think it's helpful.
I'll just float through the week, all week.
Yeah.
Like, all week. Yeah. I will just float and be like, maybe I'll do something this week. And so thinking about that, has been really helpful. And then on Fridays, we celebrate what we've actually accomplished and gotten done. And then once a month, there will be things where you can like promote your business. Yeah. Those will pop up. Nice. And we'll celebrate new people. And it's a fun place to be on the internet to see what other people are doing in life.
That's great.
Yeah. All right, sweet.
That's it.
Thanks for listening. Is this our last one of the year? This is the last one of 2024.
Because the next one comes out on January 1st.
January 1st.
Yeah.
New Year kickoff. I feel like we should have props, but we don't.
We don't. We will not.
So, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
We'll see you in the new year.
Yeah.